someone to confirm that you're able to see my screen. Amos, are you able to see my screen?
Your
Amos?
microphone is on mute.
Oh, yes, I think now it's. I think now it's better.
Yeah, you just mute one of the devices.
Okay. What about now?
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, okay. Let me just share my screen. So this is the table that I had told you guys to create. Let me just divide my screen. Somewhere here. I think I can just take it from the group. Right, this image. I think it's right here. It was a customer records table, and you are to create that in the shop database. So let me just open the table. And I don't know what is the problem with creating these tables. It was just a simple table. Let me just put it here. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So this is the table. So the first step was to create the database, and by now you guys, I know you know how to create a database. So you just click this icon over here, and then you give your database a name. It should be shop, or was it a shop? But I think I have a shop somewhere. Let me just call it shops. Then I just apply. I'm told that I have another database that is called shops. So let me just delete this. Uh, this delete button.
can call it Duka.
Yes.
Just check, you can call it Duka or something like that.
Let's just call it another name. Yeah, let's call it Duka. I think that is a good suggestion. Yes, Duka, good. So let's just apply this. Let's finish. So the next step is now to create our table. Now that we have our Duka database, I think we can just now create our table. Let's just add this create. And this table is called, it was customers underscore records, right? I'm hoping that you guys you are following. In here is where I want us to input these fields one by one, and we will start with ID. So ID, so let's have a field called ID, and is of type integer. We can say it is not null, just to mean that it should not be null. Sorry. The other one is the first name. That is the first. First name is of type varchar, and we can give it a limit of 50. There is someone whose mic is on. Can you please mute? The other one is the last name. Last underscore name. Varchar. Let me just give it a limit of 50. The other one is the location. I think I can just copy this to save time. And I can call it location. The other one is gender. Gender. Are we having another column? I don't think so. They were about, is it 5? Yeah, they are about, yeah, they are 5. I'm hoping that I don't have a typo somewhere. So I can just click apply this, and I can see it has executed successfully. So I can just finish this and remove that. So when you come to tables, you can see now our customers record here. Our customers records. I think you can just try to, let's just try to see our table. Select all from, that is Duka dot what? Duka dot customer customers records. Let's just execute this. And then I have my table here. So the next thing is now to insert data, or the insertion operation. So I think from yesterday, I think you were taught how to insert, and even yesterday we did an insert operation.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm still getting an error since yesterday.
To create a table.
Yeah, when I execute or whatever, it brings an error.
Are you going to share your screen?
Yes, I can share.
Okay, I think you can just share. You just share. Any other person who is having the same issue? If you have a problem with creating these databases,
I'm also getting an error.
I got you are getting an error.
I'm also getting an error today. I don't know why, but yesterday nilifanya, so I don't know.
You guys, you must practice this. That's why you're getting errors. You have to practice this often. Can you share your screen very fast so that maybe we can help you before we get into.
Yeah, but yours is still on.
You can just share, no problem. We are waiting for your screen.
Yeah, I've shared.
Okay, let me see. Okay. You guys,
James,
you should practice this. Yeah?
I couldn't help Michael on the error.
Yes.
So Michael, or is it Tabu?
Yeah, it is Martin, huh?
Oh,
Yes,
Martin, sorry. So where you have written, you see gender, varchar, you should write, maybe put it into brackets 10, then don't put a comma. You remove that comma. Where gender is, can you put into brackets 10?
Okay.
You can copy paste it because you can't work it from there. Just copy paste it, then you go to the workbench. Copy paste that from create table. Are you?
Yes, I'm with you.
Up to create table up to, from create table Luca up to the yes, mpaka kwa create table.
Mpaka ya juu.
Kwa create table. Then copy.
I copy. I
then
close it.
Come to your workbench.
I cancel this, eh?
Yes. You can just go to, yes, yeah. Down, as in, don't put the cursor there, or just copy, press enter, then you control V. Then remove the create table because imejirudia. Hiyo ya juu. Delete. Then kwa gender, varchar, put into bracket 10. and you remove the comma.
Here, do I put a space?
It's okay, just put the way you make your eka, then 10, then close the brackets. Then you apply.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Karibu.
Yes.
Finish, Aiga.
Aiga, what was your problem? Can you also share your screen? Aiga? I think Aiga.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had muted my mic.
Yes, are you able to share?
So,
Yes.
the gender, what do we do about the gender? Hapo kwa gender ndio mi era inakujia.
I think you have also omitted something. If you could maybe share your screen, we could be able to help you.
Hebu kidogo tu, I'm just doing it.
I just want to make sure that no one is left behind.
Okay. Now, let me share. Let me try. Okay. I don't know what I'm. No. Just explain. I'm not able to share. Like.
Okay, let me just share my screen and then.
Hapo kwa agenda. Now after the gender, do we put a comma ama hizi zingine naona kuna comma. So I think hapo ndio nakosea.
Okay, let me just share my screen and then maybe you can. I don't know if I'll be able to retrieve but I don't think I can be able to retrieve the query. But basically you should at gender is of type varchar, and maybe
Then after gender, after vacha, after 15 to the gender is 50 ama 1.
you can just put maybe 10 or maybe at 20.
Okay, it's okay.
No problem. Yeah.
Yes, now after the gender, do you put a comma? Ama?
You can decide to put or not. I think there is no harm.
There is no harm.
Yes.
Okay.
James, I'm lost.
Where?
It's telling me there's an error in line number 7.
Yeah, I knew to you guys you have a problem, and I think the assignment is having a lot of you will create more tables, about 10 of them. So
Let me share my screen.
you can just share your screen. We see. And any other person who is also having a problem, maybe you could raise up your hand so that we can try and solve that. So you guys, you should also check as I'm checking for the error here. ID int not null.
James, I think the error, if he can remove the comma after 10, it will let him try remove the comma, then apply.
Okay.
It's okay now.
It's okay.
Okay.
So you shouldn't put a comma.
Yeah, I think for even for finish, the last for gender, she shouldn't put a comma. I think it will work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask,
Yes, ask.
create a table. Duka. The name Duka is in like the opening speech marks.
I think let me just see that.
Able share again, but like.
Aiga, are you able to share what you have?
Can I screenshot what I have?
Okay, just screenshot them.
Okay, let me screenshot.
And I think for the rest are good.
Just a moment.
So also Eric, you are getting an error.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Aiga,
Yes.
you don't have to screenshot. Let's just use this one for Eric to help you, and then maybe you can from there you will be able to sort it out. And any other person who is experiencing some issues with creating the table. So Eric, share your screen.
Here it is.
Okay, can you just copy paste from from create to all the way to where you have a parenthesis up to that point? Yeah. Have you copied?
Yes, yes.
Just cancel this. Just click apply again. Yes, I think you can just copy paste. You can paste, I mean. Then you will have to delete the create the fact. Yeah, that one. And also the last parenthesis. And yeah, good. So I think you should be able to follow.
Then I apply.
Just wait. Or you are creating these customer records on students database.
Yes.
So you didn't create a database Duka, but it's okay. It's okay. You are missing a comma at int ID of type int. You're missing a comma there.
Oh, that one.
Yes. Let me check if you have a typo. I think this one is good. Are you able to follow? Don't click apply before Iga confirms. Iga,
I'm following.
you're following. Can you see where you have made a mistake? You can compare with this one for Eric. I think by now you should be good. Eric, you can just apply. Yeah, finish, and then we can go to the next step. I guess if you are still getting an issue, you will. I think we will have a meeting with you.
I'll follow up later. I'll follow up, but at least I'm getting it.
Okay. So let's go very fast to inserting this data. and I'll be very fast. I'm hoping that you guys also have this image.
I'm not there. Excuse. Where do we click to get this screen?
Sorry?
Now you can go back a bit. Huh?
Go back, like where?
Like after we have created the table, where do we go next?
After you have created the table,
Yes.
you can just, okay, after you have created the table, let me just, I think it should be below Duka. So just click this arrow and then press customer records. And then you can just click, I think you can see this icon here.
Yes.
You can just click that one.
Ah, very good.
Okay, let's do the inserting very fast. I'll be very fast because we also have the data. So also you should be very fast because for today's class we will be using this table. So I'll start with the first record here. We are inserting into this Duka dot and what we are sorry. What I want to insert is ID. I have first name, first underscore name. I have last name underscore name, comma location, and then I have comma gender. Just create some more space here. I want to insert values. Let me see the first ID here. It is 92,570. 92,570. We have the first name is it Ogden? Ogden. Comma last name Lesor. Then I have the other one is location. That is something 00365. Then Mr. what? Mr. Circle. Then gender is male. Good. I think this is our first record, and I'm hoping I don't have a typo. Let me just go through it, insert into Duka, first name, last name, location, gender.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm seeing there ID, comma, and then you spaced first name, then you spaced, but in the location, there is no space between the last name and whatever.
Okay.
Is there any problem?
No. There is
There's no problem.
Yeah, there is no problem. And I think
And then I saw here you didn't put the inverted commas, the double commas in the ID. Is that not like that?
at ID.
Yes, ID.
ID is
The number.
ID is of type integer, so you shouldn't like put commas. It shouldn't be inside
Okay.
those speech marks.
Okay.
So I think I have inserted my first record. I think I can just try to see if it has inserted. Yeah, I think it has inserted. Just try to lower this one down. I think this space is enough. Oh, done. I think I can just copy paste this several times. Then I'll just have to change the values. I think with that I'll be fast. So this one, the ID is 2. Name is Alvin. And then is ID. Seven Slim. Still have mail. So the third one is, this is the ID that is 7941. I'll just insert the first 5 records, and the others we will add as we continue. That is loading. And it's a mail. Except for the record here. This one is a female. It has ID 019. I think.
Excuse me, James.
Yes.
Mine is repeating the first person.
Oh, the first. the first insert.
Yes, yes. The one for Ogdan.
And I think you will be editing that that line, because when we were creating a table, we didn't put our first the ID like to be unique, but I'll show you that just be editing the first the first insert, so to avoid repetition.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you help me here?
Just a minute.
Hello, James.
Yes.
After gender, do I put comma? I've said insert into. I copied all those things. Before values, do I put comma?
There is
I
no
try to
comma.
execute mine. It's refused. The first one.
I think we'll just compare with what I have here. Let me just
Can
enlarge
you
this.
increase the slice, the screen?
Let me just we have insert, that is Duca dot customer records, and then we have ID first name.
I close the bracket.
You should cross the
The
bracket. You
bracket.
have values.
Okay.
You open another
Okay. Let me
bracket.
close it.
Yes. And then you add the values here.
Yes, values. So should it be in another line down, or it can just be continuous?
Just to be let let it be neat. You can just light values in the second line, if you don't mind.
So I press enter.
And then you can just press it.
Uh-huh.
So I was at this point. That is 019. This one is another one here. 79, 41. I think I'll just have to write my own names here. Okay. Nairobi. Mail. I have another one, the last one. Just add a 7 and have John. Where John is from Kiambu. And is mail. I think I can just execute this. Just highlight this and execute. And I have this. So because of time, I won't like type all the data, but we will work with this. And you guys, you should practice on creating tables. I think the assignment will prove you wrong if you won't like exercise. So today we were just to learn just three things, and I think I'll just have to list them here. I needed us to check at something we call like operator. Called like operator, and you should be keen. This one is used so much. Operator. So after you are finished creating your table, I think you can just write the like operator so that I can tell you what it does. I'm hoping that everyone is through. With the table. So like operator is used with where. I think we checked where yesterday to search for specified pattern in columns. And we have two wildcard often used in conjunction with the like operator. Call it called wildcard. Just type here. There are two wildcards. Used in conjunction with like. You can just comment out this.
Excuse James.
Yes.
Mine is bringing the first two, and it is repeating the Ogden.
I told you not to add an insert. Just use the first insert. And if you don't want like the first insert to be included, you can just highlight the ones that you newly created, and then use these Flash to execute. This one will help you to execute the insert queries that you have just written. But when you use this one, it will execute everything. So
Okay.
You should be able to follow that. So for the rest who had created the table, so let's just move on to the like operator. I'm saying it is used with where clause to search for specified pattern in records. So again, it is used in conjunction with two wildcards. Let me just write those. The wildcards, which is a percentage and an underscore. You can just these two. Just align this to be neat. So I think I'll just have to have a like here. Let me just put a like operator and what it does. Or maybe I can just share. Let me just share our document here instead of typing so much. Just want to go through the like operator is just here. I think my screen is visible enough for everyone. I think someone can just confirm. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see a screen.
Okay. So let's just move on. So on this I want just to go through this table very fast, so that you can get uh, you can get to know how like operator works. So as I already said that it works with where clause. So if at all now you have a, let's say you have a column name, you have a column name and maybe you want to find all the values that start with a certain maybe letter or maybe a number. So we have the where and column name, like we start with your the pattern that you want to search. If it is A, you just have to write A in front of uh, these percentage sign. So with this, you will be able to achieve, you will find all the values that start with A. So this is now the pattern, all the values that starts with A. I think you will see that as we implement that. So for, if again now you want all the values that ends with A, you will have to put A after now this percentage sign. So I think it's quite simple to understand this. Uh, for the other one, let's say we have where column name, like, and then we have the or here in between the percentage sign. This one will find any value that have or in any position. This or is your pattern, is anything that you want to write here. So it can be anything. Let's say is JK or JKL. It's just any pattern that you want to check through the records. So any character that you put here, or maybe a word, uh, the query will just return all the values that has that pattern of yours. So the next one is the one with underscore R, and then the percentage sign. So this finds any value that have R in the second position. So, so you just note that now we have an underscore and R. So we are just meaning that R must be in the second place in any word, so that it can be fetched. I think that is that with underscore and R. The other pattern is A and then underscore, and then followed by the percentage sign. This finds any value that start with A and are at least to what is here. I'm not able to see these. We just so this one will just find any value that starts with A and has at least two letters of length. Let's say let's say a word like as has at least two letters, right? So, but if it is now A, uh, this one will not be found in the pattern, simply because we are saying that the word must have at least two letters. So A, if at all you are looking for, you are using this pattern to check for all the words that has A at the beginning, you won't get you won't get this A, because the word must have at least two characters. I think with an example, I'll be able to illustrate that. So the last one, is A, and then we have two underscores. So simply means that this simply means that this pattern, we look for any word starting with A and at least have three characters of length. Let me just give an example here. Let's say if we had an, this one will not be found when you are checking through the records, but it is if it is an, then these will be the pattern for this, this record will be returned because it has at least three letters and it is starting with A. So let's just get into the workbench, so that we can at least illustrate each and every pattern. So let me just go to the workbench, and I want to illustrate that. So we are going to use the first record in my table, and my first record in my table, it's having the first name is Ogden. We have lesser, and then the location and gender male. So let me just have that. So we will select we want to use, let's just use the column name. The column name, I think you can just use gender. Or it should be in lower, in small letters. That is gender. They want these from where? This is from this table. Let me just copy paste this. From duka.customers underscore records. Where I think I'm missing something. Just a minute. Let's just use the gender. Let's just select from duka.customers records, where gender. Let's just use the gender. Just wanted to confirm gender, and then we have our like, and then we just have to put our what? To put our pattern here. So in my case, I just want to use this pattern, that is A, and then this one, I think it should be like that. So with this we can at least get all the mails. I think it will return all the mail. No, we said that A and then percentage sign. It means that it should give us all the records that are starting with A. But in our case, you realize that gender, there is no gender that is starting with A. So when we execute this, we are likely not to get any record. So let's just confirm this. And I think you have just confirmed that you are getting a 0 record here, simply because we were checking at gender, where gender starts with A. But let's just move to the second pattern. Let me just copy paste this here. Let me just comment out this just to explain. Gender starting with letter A. Let's just copy this. Let me just add this underscore. Or gender start, not now gender, where the second letter is A. Let's just have this again, copy and paste this. So if I show you, let's this one be now underscore A. I think we have this pattern somewhere. Let me just confirm that. Yes, we have these, where column name like underscore R. In this case, we are going to use A instead of R. So find any value that have R in the second position. So in our case, we are looking for A in the second position. So we can execute this to see all the mails. So up to that point, who is having a question? I don't want to be on my own here. Are you guys getting what I'm doing? Thumbs up if you're getting what I'm doing.
It's clear.
It's clear. Any person who is stuck, good. At least they can see some.
It is clear, but I'm just following. I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it, but it should be clear. I can see some of you are following. So the other pattern, let me just confirm the other pattern. Now we want where find any values that ends with A. Let's implement this. In this case, we are going to use. Let's just use the. Can you use the name? The column first name. Let's just use the.
James, zoom in your screen.
Oh, you are not able to see. Let me. What about now? Let me just enlarge this.
You may zoom it again.
What about now? And I can just try to manipulate the, I don't know if this one is having a, let me see this. It's just trouble. I think I cannot zoom past that. So let me just go back to my table here. Yeah, so let's just use the first column this time, and I want to, let me just comment what I want to do. This time I want to select um, select in first name, first underscore name, column, all the records ending with you guys, you can just suggest any letter. Can you use Y? Let's just use Y. Ending with Y. So we are going to select and I want to select from this table here. Let me just copy this. Select from this table. You can just where let me now put my pattern here. Where first name, first underscore name, like what? I want to select all the first name, that all the records ending with the Y. So I'll just have percentage sign and then Y. Then I let this one with a comma. So I think I can just execute this. So what should we be expecting here? Any person who wants to,
I see capital.
as it should be small y. So let me just execute this, and we are getting Alvi and Lolly, and it was Lolly what? Lolly ball. Yes, those are the only words that ends with Y. I think we can also change. Let's just change this one to gender again. And this time we want to fetch all the records that the agenda ends with E. So let me just, you notice that you are getting on now all the records simply because male and female ends with E, right? I think up to that point we are good, unless maybe someone is having a question. Any question? Thumbs up if you understood that. I think most of you are following. So what else is left? Let me just try to implement this one finds any value that start with A and R, and at least it has a length of 2. I think we can just try this. But our table again, I can just try to input some record here. Let me just try to input another record. So insert into this. I want to insert. I don't know if I'm able to convert this. I think I'm not able to highlight that. ID. I have first name. I have last underscore name. And then I have location. The last one is gender. Then I want to insert values. Let's put values here. Values. So I want to insert a record that will enable me to illustrate this. And I think I just have to put a name that we find any value that start with A and at least has to good. I think there is a person we are just going to give a name A. So let me just type any ID here. But for the first name here, I'll give him A. This one should be into speech marks, that is A. And then the next name maybe let me call in a name yeah, so someone to suggest a name.
And
I don't want the one that starts with a name.
Marion.
Marion. Let me just use Marion. Marion is a good name. Yes, Marion. And then Marion should come from where? Location?
Muranga.
Brana. Gender is of course a female. This is a cap here. Female. Then I led that with a semicolon. Why am I getting this? Oh, I didn't close this. And I'm missing a semicolon here. Not a semicolon, but a crossing switch. Quote. So I think I can just execute this. I'm hoping I don't have a typo. Just try to see this. It has added. Yeah, I have Marion from Muranga. that is good. So let me just try to illustrate this. Copy. Let me just repeat once more. So we want to find any value that start with A and at least has two letters, at least two letters in length. So we are just going to use. We're just going to start with A. Yeah, good. So we are just going to use this column first name. So here we can just put first name, then this should be A, and then underscore. So who can tell us the records that we are going to retrieve, or what is likely to be our output? Any person who can try that? Are we going to get any record? And if there is any, which one? I think I can just show you the table. The table is here. So who wants to try to give it a try? Winnie, Winnie, can you hear me? I want someone who can try that. What is likely to be like our output here?
You'll get Alvi.
How is that? Even if you get a wrong answer, there is no one who is there is no one who is beating you up. David Mwangi.
You'll get Alvi because it is the only name starting with A and has more than 3.
Okay.
More than 2, I mean.
That is Alvi. Any other person? Here is the table. I think you guys you can see the table.
Yeah, same thing.
Alvi. Yes. Let's just execute this and see what will be our output. We are getting Ogden. I'm wondering why. Wait, we are selecting from Duke customer acquire first name like A, and then so someone had said that you are going to get Alvi, but Alvi has a cap, like it starts with a capital letter. So if maybe we had A in caps, let's just execute this. And I'm wondering why it is not giving me the right stuff here. Let me just counter check these.
I think the system is right in giving us Ogaden.
Why?
Because the percent means any characters before A.
Yes.
And then the underscore means it has to be some length after A. But so the OGD are the characters that are coming before the A, and the N is whatever you told us that some length.
Yes.
So the system seems to be right.
And it is right. I thought I had put this percentage sign at the end, but let's just see this. You are trying out this. I think I made a mistake. Find any value that starts with A. Yes, the ampersand should be not the ampersand, but the percentage sign. I think also this one is called an ampersand. Am I wrong? It's called ampersand. But let me just call it percentage sign at the moment. Yes, I think the system is right. Let's just change this percentage sign to be at last, and see if we are going to get what we expected. Yes, I think it should be like that. So let's execute this. Yes, so that now we can get alv. And not why didn't we get this one, a Marion? Anyone who can explain that?
Marion has
Marion has
only one letter. That is A, and the instruction were a word that starts with an A and has the length is more than 2. So we only have one letter in A.
Yes, good. I think that is a perfect explanation on that. So I think we are just left with the last one, this one, the one that has 2 underscores. And we are told that find any value that starts with A and has at least three letters in length. So again, I think you can just try this. And in our case, you're not going to get any output here, because we have A underscore underscore. Let's just execute this. Or we are getting alv, or alv is starting with A and has at least three letters. So I think the system is right. So I think that is all about the like, and I think you should practice how to use it. This one is used in most cases. Yeah, any question concerning the like operator?
We hope you will share with us that Word document.
Okay, yes, I'll share. So excuse. So let me move to the second thing that we were to cover today, and is another operator that is called in. Let me just write here. The in operator. So in operator is the simplest of all, but again is used so much, and it allows you to specify multiple values in where clause. I think by now you should have noticed that where is being like it is implemented using so many operators like the in, the like, because where is used to set a condition or a constraint. So in operator allows you to specify multiple values in a where clause, and I think we are just going to I'm just going to give you an example of how we do that. Let me just think of a query using this database of ours. I think we can select what I think we can select first name and the last name, uh, where gender is male, right? I think you can just have that. And let's just try that. Selecting, that is first name and second name. Where gender is male. And let's just try to implement that. So you're just going to have a select from this. Let's copy this to avoid typos. Will this make sense? Let's see. Okay. Where? Let's say gender. Where gender in. Where gender in. I'm trying to think of. Yes, I think you can just use. Is it Moranga and Kiambu. And just this query, select this where gender in and you can set this one to be location. Then we can pass in here male. You know what? Duka is not a valid. Oh, you're selecting from Duka where location location in. No, we can't put male here because in location we don't have. Let's just use the gender. That one will make sense. Yes, let's just try to execute this. And we should get all the records where gender is male. So this query is just same as this. Let me just copy paste this and just make some few changes. This query is similar to this. Where gender is equals to male. You should get the same output with this one. Just confirm this. Yeah. So instead of using the equal sign, I think we can just use the in, simply because it means it will just give us the same output here. So instead of in, we can use equal, but our interest was using in operator. So in is used. You can also add a select. You can just say in and then select some records. And let me just illustrate that. The in is used in two ways. Let's just have this, and I can just copy paste this and try to modify it. So we are selecting from duka.customer_records where gender in. Now instead of passing male, we can pass a select, another select here. Let's just select what? Select gender. I think this one can operate where we have two tables. Yeah, I think this one will just operate where we have two tables. Do you have another table that has gender? But I don't think so. So I think I'll come up with a table that has gender. But also you can. I think this one even should be an assignment. You just check the other way of using in. Although I've even given you how it is used, but you should find the example so you're able to implement the select inside here in, and then you select a record from another table. Let's say we had another table, let's say a table like users, and the user has a gender column, so we could select from users. Let me just show you. Select what select gender. Now from the other now table, let's say it was maybe users, and this table must have gender. I think we'll see this where we'll be doing the relationships between tables using the foreign key. I think Mr. Boniface touched on foreign key, whereby several tables can have a relationship. So I think I'll come to that. That will be the best time to implement this. But it should be used like this. For this case, it won't run because I don't have table users. It will give me any question? Any question up to that point?
I have a question.
Yes.
When writing the word select, like you have inputted in your work, I'm getting an X. And when I get an X, when I go to execute, I'm getting an error.
You say select like this one. Select. You're saying like this one.
Yeah. There. Select. Like select when you're starting to write the whatever.
I think you shouldn't get an error. So you must be having a problem in your query, or maybe can you check the spelling of select, maybe, because you shouldn't get
You see where you have typed like select from Luca, like the word select. I'm getting, instead of having that blue dot, I'm having an X.
Have you added the select from asterisk from?
Maybe your statement is incomplete. When it is complete, and then you find an error, then you can look at maybe the source of the error. But if it is incomplete, you might find the red whatever, the X or star something. So complete the statement first, and just check if there is an error that is persistent, or you've not maybe inserted that star. What you want to be selected.
Okay, let me check on that and then I'll give my feedback.
Okay, I think you are missing the asterisk. But anyway, any question up to that point? I think that was the second thing that you were to cover today. So let's just get to that. I don't know if time will allow, but we can just get into the third thing that you are to do today, and that is functions in SQL. when I say functions, I mean inbuilt, the inbuilt functions. Yeah, good. So I'll just check the AVG function. The max and min functions, and the other one should be sum. Is there any other one that I can maybe check? I think those are the most used functions. So the AVG function is simply used to find the average. Let's say, I think there was a good table here to just check the employee. Let me just check. Just check. I think we'll just use the IDs to illustrate these functions. So we'll start with the average. That is the AVG. So we can just, let me just have an example. We can have a select query and then AVG. And I'll use the ID. You just allow me to use the ID. I want to get this one from this table. Where, and even add the class where gender is equals to male. I don't know why I'm getting an X here.
You're having star next to from.
So yes, there shouldn't be that.
The star should be maybe after select.
I think it's okay with that.
So
And I want to use it as, let me just call this as average underscore ID. I think this one is good.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I think it should be like that. So let's just try to execute this. Yeah, and now I'm getting average ID is this. So simply this function will just find the average of all the IDs where gender is equal to male. You can even change this one to female. And execute. And then you will get a certain value. This one is the average ID of females. They are not difficult to implement, but again you should know the place, you should know where you should place them, so that you can achieve this. So this is the syntax. You select, and then there is that AVG of the AVG. You must pass in a value. You must pass in a value here of that column that you want to find the average. And then this one, as you just want, I think you can see this one average ID. It comes on top of it's kind of, now you are naming another column. So but if you were to leave it, it will execute, but you're just going to get a number. Now this number, we don't know what is it. I think you can just execute this, and it will just like AVG ID. I think only you who will understand this, or maybe someone who knows maybe about the queries, the SQL. But for maybe a person who has knowledge of SQL, it's good to maybe to add us and put a good title here. Maybe average of females, average of males, or average of whatever you are looking average for. So let me just undo the changes. Yeah, it should be like that. So let's just move to the second function, that is maximum and minimum. With this, again, I think let me just have a select. Even I think I can just copy paste this. We have no, I think they are just implemented the same. So let me start with max. You want to find the max ID. Is maximum. We can say largest ID. Largest underscore ID from Duca. I think you can just we can just even leave out the constraint here. We just have to find the select max ID as largest ID from our table. You can just put a comma here just to make it simple. And we are getting our largest ID as this. I don't know whether it is the largest ID, but you can just confirm. And I think this 92570 is the largest ID. I think you can, let's just copy paste this and implement the minimum sasa. So we have the min, again, mean, they are just similar. Mean. This one will be mean. Minimum might be minimum ID. So let me just execute this, and you get 2. I think you can just check again from our table here, and we have the minimum ID is 2. So the other function is sum. You can again find the sum of all IDs. It's just the same, but again it is good to know how to implement it. So let me just change this one to sum. Let me just call this total. Yes, let me just execute this, and then you are getting the total of all IDs. Any question up to that point? Any question before we drop off? So if David, do you have a question? David, your hand is up. Oh, okay.
Maybe
I'm okay.
about that.
Yes, David.
Oh, I think we are 2 of us. Sorry for that.
Oh, okay. So I think that is all about today's lecture. So I'll upload the assignment, the weekly assignment on Google Classroom.
James.
Yes.
I had requested on the chat if you could share those notes, because some of us are very behind. Like you left us on Tuesday, so we're still catching up.
Okay. I'll share the notes and also the SQL files. So anything else? I think we can just drop off, and then I'll upload the assignment. In fact, by 9, you should check the assignment. So you guys, good night. We'll see you. Is it on Monday? Yes.
Yeah, for those who are still behind, Alice, kindly take this weekend to go through SQL, like everything that you've been doing, because this week has basically been around creating databases. So if you still don't know maybe how to create a table, how to create a database, then know it, because next week now you will be joining those tables. So know how to create databases, go and look at how to create tables, how to populate them, and various classes that you have done. And next week now you are joining tables, so that it will enable you to understand how you can even be productive to your company and even create a database for your company, right? Your company is dealing in maybe sales. Now you are creating a sales database for your company, including tables here and there. Or maybe even like for general management, you have the HR data set there, or maybe database there with all the list of employees. There are the departments that they are working in, and so many things that you can do. So, and next week you will now understand how to join them, and the elements of the primary and the foreign keys that you are talking about will come into play. So go and review clearly how to the introductions about about creating database and doing various manipulations there. Happy days.
So guys, let's meet on Monday.
Boniface,
Yes,
are we
I know
going
the question. Yes.
the assignment
Yes.
for Excel? Are we going to do the, what do we call it? Will we do a recap of it tomorrow?
Yeah, I should check. There's just somewhere that I'll be in tomorrow. That is what I'm yet to confirm how long it will take. But it's a meeting in Westlands from around 12. So I don't know how long it will take because it's something around Power BI and some integrations that are supposed to be done and some reports there. So I'll confirm that in due time. I've also not gone through them because of some engagements here and there, but we'll be able to see what we can talk about in that Excel. So we'll confirm that tomorrow. Meanwhile, the assignments, do it in time. That is